Tough night, obviously. Did not play our best, and we ran into a really, really good football team that's the number one team in the country, and they certainly reflected that today. I think that they don't really have many weaknesses, and I thought we had some moments that I was proud of our guys on how we played at certain times in the game. I think it was 7-6, in the middle of the second quarter or so, and then got away from us a little bit, but I like how we responded at the end of the half to make it 28-14, and I thought we came out and did a decent job in that first drive. But in the end, we just didn't make enough plays. We had too many negative plays. We wound up Demond had a lot of good plays, 85% completion for the night, but obviously can't take as many sacks as we took. And we got a lot to work on, and we got 15 practices to do it. We've got signing day on Wednesday. We've got a portal window opening on Monday. I mean, the new calendar is certainly interesting. So we're going to have to get after it. We're going to come back in tomorrow. We're going to grade the film. And then we're going to start scheduling practices next week and be ready for a bowl game. And as I said to our team in there, now you have a chance to play in the postseason, and you earn that right through 12 games, not through one. So when you win 6, you get to play in the bowl game, and that's what we're looking forward to doing.
Can you talk to me about your conversation with Will and his reaction, letting him know that Demond was going to start?
Will was fantastic, as he's been all year long. I let Will know very early, 2 weeks ago, a week ago, that that's the direction that we were heading, and he was an A+, which he's been all year round. I can't say enough good things about Will Rogers, the person. I'm so proud to have the opportunity to have coached him for this year, and I'm going to miss him. And if he ever wants to come back, we'll have a coaching job for him.
Did you anticipate him playing in the bowl game?
Yeah, I expect Will to be around all the time, and Will's fantastic, and he's going to prepare as he would as a starter. He prepares the same way, and we talk a lot about being able to help Demond if Demond's going to start, and which he will, and then also for Will to be able to continue on his journey and try to reach his dreams.
Why did you ultimately go with Demond?
I thought at this time of the season, after the really the way we moved the ball in the second half against Penn State when Demond was in, we had 3 drives that we got inside the 20, 2 of which were field goals. We got, and then the 3 drives he had in the second half against UCLA, which all led to 17 points. It was time to also be able to have a full game of film to coach him off of. We were in a situation where now I can sit down with him and go through each play. We probably had 65, 70 plays, or I don't know what we had total, 55, 57 plays that we can now go through. And there's a lot of situations there, and he's got 3 years with us, so it was the right time to get him going. And then we also have 15 practices that he can take the starting reps.
When you look at the 10 sacks, how many of those do you put on Demond? Demond said he takes all of them, so.
What's that?
Demond said he takes credit.
Demond takes all of them. Yeah, well, we trained him well then to say that. Because, I would hope he would say that. And then I'm sure that, our line would take also the same accountability. I think the running backs would take the same accountability, and I certainly will take the same accountability that I can't put him in that position to get sacked that many times. So I think all of it is a learning curve. I've always said all 11 score touchdowns and all 11 take sacks. And there's so much to it. If it's getting open, if it's getting rid of the ball, if it's holding up in protection, whatever it might have been, we're got a lot to look at. I think he's going to learn when to get rid of the ball. But on the same token, there's going to be times that I probably yelled, get rid of the ball, and he scrambled around and got a first down on 3rd down. So this is what we're going to have to learn. And this is what we're going to live with, and we're going to continue to see Demond's growth throughout this process.
What do you hope?
Oregon is. Were you disappointed you couldn't get much push up front on defense?
I think that we always would like to be better and bigger up front and be able to make more plays to kind of push the line of scrimmage. They had way too many yards really after contact, and then I think rushing the ball, they kind of were able to do it, at their disposal. They were able to really kind of pick and choose their run game, and they were getting too many yards from it. We need to be able to get bigger. We need to be able to really handle an offensive line that's built for the Big Ten.
In a game like this, is it more productive to actually look at the game tape, or do you kind of just wipe it clean and move forward?
Oh no, there's too much to learn. There's too much to learn right now. We're such a young team in so many places. You know, for no other reason, we're playing with a true freshman quarterback. So we would certainly look at the tape and teach him off of it. But there's so much to learn for our receivers. There's so much to learn for, you know, when you're correcting Denzel. You know, Denzel has 2 more years. He's got to learn. When you correct Jeremiah, Rashid has to learn from that. When you correct Kalecki, Decker has to learn from that. And then, obviously on defense, Kamori House has to learn from every correction that we make to Zoe and Bruner. As does, you know, Isaiah Ward continuing to get better, but he needs to get, you know, corrected on every play, as does Efi, as does, you know, all the Mikkel, as does Vince Holmes, Peyton Waters. There's so many young players on this team that we got to keep teaching.
When did you lose Davis? This last week or the week before?
We lost him in Tuesday's practice.
Is that long term?
He will not be back for the bowl game. He's going to have to get operated on, and we'll see him back in about 3 months probably.
Ariel, last one.
Yeah, speaking to those young players, Carson lit up when he was talking about the future of this team. Do you feel like this future is really bright?
Yeah, I mean, I can't. You know, there's parts of coming to an end in a regular season where you have emotions when you're, you know, giving hugs to guys like Bruner and Zoe, and you're building these strong relationships with players that have, you know, been here a lot longer than I have. And on the same token, there's energy and excitement about what's in the future. And what I think that the older guys have done, and we talked about this, you know, send this team out with a winning record. Send this team out with a bowl game championship. Send this team out in a place where they're able to go out and say, hey, we won 7 with a team that nobody expected us to do much. And then let's see what it looks like next year with all these young guys that are coming in and the youth movement that's occurred. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what our team can do now and in the future.
Fair to assume DeMond will start the bowl game.
Yeah, DeMond will start the bowl game.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, thank you guys.